Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into a head-to-head comparison of two of the most iconic financial districts in the world. Bay Street in Toronto and Wall Street in New York. These two streets are more than just addresses. They're symbols of economic power, ambition, and the relentless pursuit of financial success. But how do they stack up against each other? In this corner, we have the challenger, the underdog, the mighty Bay Street. And in the other corner, we have the reigning champion, the titan of finance, the one and only Wall Street. We'll be breaking down their histories, their heavy hitters, and their cultural quirks. So stick around to see who comes out on top in this financial showdown of the century. Let's rewind the clock and take a trip down memory lane. Wall Street, the OG financial powerhouse, traces its roots back to the late 1700s. That's right, guys, we're talking powdered wigs and quill pens. It all started with a simple wall built by the Dutch to keep out pesky pirates and British troops. Who knew it would become the epicenter of American capitalism? Fast forward to the 19th century, and Wall Street was booming with banking, trading, and the sound of fortunes being made and lost. But across the border, a contender was emerging. Bay Street, nestled in the heart of Toronto, was a bit of a late bloomer. It wasn't until the mid-20th century that Bay Street really started to hit its stride, fueled by Canada's booming resource sector and a wave of financial deregulation. Think of it like this. Wall Street was the established veteran, while Bay Street was the hungry up-and-comer, eager to prove itself on the world stage. And boy did it ever. Over the years, both streets have weathered economic storms, witnessed incredible technological advancements, and solidified their positions as global financial hubs. But the story doesn't end there. Now let's talk about the titans, the heavyweights, the companies that make these streets the financial powerhouses they are. Wall Street is home to the New York Stock Exchange, the world's largest stock exchange by market capitalization. We're talking trillions of dollars changing hands every single day. It's also the stomping ground of legendary financial institutions like Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan Chase, and Morgan Stanley, names synonymous with big finance. But don't underestimate the Great White North. Bay Street may be smaller, but it packs a punch. It boasts the Toronto Stock Exchange, a global leader in mining and energy stocks, and is home to Canada's Big Five banks: Royal Bank of Canada, Toronto Dominion Bank, Scotiabank, Bank of Montreal, and Canadian Imperial Bank of Commerce. These banks are not only financial giants in Canada but are major players on the international stage. Here's the thing though, size isn't everything. Bay Street has carved out a niche for itself in sectors like resource finance and green energy, while Wall Street flexes its muscles in investment banking, global finance, and technology. It's like comparing apples and oranges, both delicious but with their own unique flavors. Chapter 3. The Economic Engine: How Bay Street and Wall Street Fuel Their Nations. Now, let's talk about the economic impact. Wall Street is an absolute behemoth, contributing a significant chunk to New York City's economy, and, by extension, the entire United States. Think about it: finance, insurance, real estate. These sectors make up a huge portion of the US GDP, and Wall Street is at the heart of it all. It's the engine that drives the American economy, creating jobs, generating wealth, and influencing global markets. But Bay Street isn't too shabby either. It's a major engine for the Canadian economy, contributing billions of dollars and supporting countless jobs. While its impact might not be as massive as Wall Street's, it's still a vital organ, pumping lifeblood into the Canadian financial system. And let's not forget, Canada has a robust economy with a high standard of living, and Bay Street plays a crucial role in maintaining that prosperity. Here's the bottom line. Both streets are economic powerhouses, essential to the well-being of their respective countries. They might operate on different scales, but their impact is undeniable. Chapter 4. Suits, Sushi, and Stress. The culture clash of Bay Street and Wall Street. But let's be real, it's not all about numbers and balance sheets. What's it actually like to work on these legendary streets? Well, buckle up, because the cultures are as different as a Tim Hortons coffee and a New York City bagel. Wall Street is known for its cutthroat environment, its relentless pace, and its work hard, play harder mentality. Think long hours, high stakes, and enough stress to make your head spin. But hey, it's all worth it for that 7-figure bonus, right? Bay Street, on the other hand, is often perceived as more laid back and polite, at least by Canadian standards. Don't get me wrong, it's still a high-pressure environment, but the pace is a bit slower, The suits are a bit less flashy and the work-life balance might be a tad healthier. Think of it as the more approachable, less intimidating sibling. But at the end of the day, both streets attract ambitious, driven individuals who are willing to put in the hours to climb the corporate ladder. Whether you're chasing the American dream on Wall Street or building a solid career on Bay Street, one thing's for sure, you're in for one wild ride. Chapter 6. And the winner is... Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this comparison, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more insightful content. Let us know in the comments which financial district you think comes out on top. Ultimately, both Bay Street and Wall Street offer incredible opportunities for those brave enough to enter the arena of finance. Whether you're drawn to the bright lights and high stakes of Wall Street, or the more understated but equally ambitious environment of Bay Street, one thing's for sure, you're in for a wild and potentially very profitable ride. So, which will it be, Bay Street or Wall Street? Let me know in the comments below.